Hi guys, it's Carol from Carol's Crafty Creations here with another Halloween treat for you. We're about 10 days till Halloween, 9 days, something like that. Anyway, this is the treat. When you open it's a little slider box, and when you open it up, it's got our test tubes, well, one test tube in it. Our test tubes are food safe, plastic, comes with the cork. 12 of them come in a package, and they are $5. What a bargain. All right, and you can also put money in here if you don't want to give kids candy. Okay, roll up a dollar bill, roll up a 20, whatever you want to roll up. All right, so that's what I'm going to show you how to make today. It's quick and easy. So let's get started. Now our base cardstock, we're using basic black, and our base is measured at 6 by 2 3/8. Okay, the slider portion, which is this portion right here, measures 4 by 4 and a half. And then I have a piece of Spooky Night Designer Series paper that is the same measurement as the black, 4.5 by 4, and I am going to glue that piece onto there before we score it. And then for the tag, it is a piece of basic black, 3 inches by 7/8, and a very vanilla, 2 1/4 by 3/4. And our rosette is 1 inch by 12 inches. Okay, so let's get started with doing what we need to do. Let me glue this piece onto here. You're using our liquid, multi-purpose liquid glue. I always just do a little thin piece there like that. Adhere it to our black. That's just because I like it to be sturdy. So if you weren't using DSP, which I don't know why you wouldn't use DSP, but and you were just using cardstock that you've stamped or something, or it's decorative, like a craft cardstock, then you wouldn't need to glue the DSP on. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside, and I'm gonna bring in our scoring tool, and I'm gonna score the base part. Gets scored at 3/4 of an inch all the way around. So on all 4 sides, we're scoring at 3/4 of an inch. Bunch of buzz. Okay, set that aside, and then we'll bring in our other piece that is going to get scored. And you score this on the 4-inch side, and you score at 3/4, 1 3/4, 2 1/2, and 3 1/2. Oops, a little wonky. All right, now we can set our scoring tool aside, and we can put our pieces together. Take your bone folder and burnish the edges here. Burnish the folds. Give it a nice good fold there. Okay. We can do the same on this piece here. Okay, now we can put it together. We need to cut the edges here. Can't find, I don't see my snips here. Okay. Just cut up these up to the score line. I like to cut a little piece, a little notch out. Just folds a little bit better sometimes if you've got a little notch out of there. Let's do this one. Okay. Put it together. You can use fast fuse, you can use the liquid glue here, which is what I usually always use, because you know, if it's not going together just the way you want it, you can move it a little. See how this one now, this side's over here is a little, there we go, a little wonky there. And do the other sides. And then, so you don't need it to be up that far. Hold it, it's about 7 seconds and then it sets. And it should be good to go. Okay. This piece here, when you're adding, I would use tear and tape on this piece, but you want to go around, like you're going to close it up, but because you see this doesn't go all the way to the bottom, so you don't really know where it needs to go until it kind of goes halfway through, but it's easier just to have that bottom piece in there, and then we can just add the tear and tape here to this piece here. Get it straight. And sometimes if you make sure that that's on there good, it'll just peel right off. And you know, it doesn't ever happen for me. There we go. Okay, put this piece in here and wrap this around and wrap that around, because you want a nice snug fit, but you don't want it too tight and you don't want it too loose. So there you go. See? Slides in and out either way, and it fits nicely. Okay, so that's basically your box here. We'll get the little test tube out, put it in. Now all we have to do is the rosette and the little tag. And the rosette, you score every 1/4 inch, and I've already done that on this piece here. And then you put glue, you butt these 2 ends up, the last 2 ends. You know you do an accordion fold. You butt these 2 ends up like this, and then get your silicone mat and your heat tool, and you can put this together like this. So since this has been folded a million times, so you can put your liquid glue or your hot glue right in the center there, and I'll just hold it for a few minutes. And when it is done drying, it will lift right off your silicone mat, which is awesome. But to save time, I already have one made here. And you see this gold faceted gem? This is not gold, this is green. So what I'm going to show you is pretty cool. Brand new Stampin' Blends. They are available November 1st to our customers. So that is an awesome thing. These are alcohol markers, and the reason why you can use the alcohol markers instead of the regular marker on these gems is because our regular markers are water-based and the color would come right off. And you see I've already colored one here. That color doesn't come off, but I'll show you. We can color one, and I just do it like that. You got to give it a couple of, I don't know, a couple seconds, couple minutes for it to dry. And then just put it on there to make the center there. Cool, huh? Isn't that cool? Mine's not in the center very well. There we go. In the center. And then I used a dimensional to attach that, but let's do the tag first. Now the tag, I'm using the Little Things, this Little Things stamp set. Okay, I'm just using this little tiny spider that I didn't even realize was there until after I had done all my Halloween stuff for my customers. And then I'm also using the Spooky Cat stamp set, and I'm going to use this little lines and then the Happy Halloween. Okay, so let's start stamping our Very Vanilla. We can stamp the Happy Halloween in pumpkin pie. Happy Halloween. Ta-da! Then we want the little lines out of Spooky Cat, and we want them to be lemon lime twist, which is, you know, an awesome color, especially for Halloween. Okay. And I just put that above Happy Halloween and right below it. And then I stamped the little spider from the Little Things with our archival black. I just put one up in the corner over here and one over here. Ooh, spooky. Okay. And then, found my snips. I want to put a little notch or make a flag. So if you cut up from in the center of your black piece and then go from the corner, cut to that piece you cut to the center, in the center, you can make your flag. Look at that. It's pretty easy. Makes it a little nice. Okay, and then, oh, I wanted to distress our Happy Halloween a little bit. So I just take my snips and I just go along the edges here. You know, it's Halloween. You don't want it to look beautiful. You kind of want it to be a little frayed, a little, you know. So that's how I did that. Let's just finish this off a little bit. Glue this down. Oops. There's our Happy Halloween. Then we could put a dimensional on here. Okay, it's going to give me a hard time here. There we go. We can put this, let's see. Yeah, we can put this right here. And then get another dimensional for the back of this and just put this right in the center of our little box. So cool. So quick, so easy. You can make a bunch of these, get those test tubes, and just think at Christmas time you can use pretty Christmas paper, and you can maybe, instead of making a rosette, you could put a bow on it. Look it! Yay! All done. Thanks for watching, guys. If you if you need all the dimensions and everything, you don't want to stop the tape, then go to my blog, carolscraftycreations.com. All the info should be there. Thanks. Bye.